Is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over and talking about the top 10 power forwards right now in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Now, just want to start off this video by saying, before you do anything, you might want to check out the small forward video, because if you expect LeBron James or Tim Thomas to be on this list, they're just not, because I did put them on that small forward list. And a lot of people were wondering, Ty, where is James Worthy at when we were talking about the small forward list? He's obviously on the power forward list. So that's just something to kind of keep in the back of your guys' minds to think about, is if a player isn't on a specific list and definitely deserves to be on that list, they're probably on another one. Now, one player I gotta say I forgot on my small forward list was Scottie Pippen. How did I forget him? I don't know. I probably just overlooked him when kind of coming up with and assembling the list. And that happens. I'm not perfect. You guys probably aren't perfect. So it's just the way it ultimately is. But here we go. Starting the list off at number 10. We're plugging in Jarred Vanderbilt, man. This card played for me and my No Money Spent for a very long time. And I definitely enjoyed playing with the card. Was he perfect? No. Okay. He's not perfect, especially when you're going to talk about his playmaking. It leaves a lot to be desired. But he's really solid. Look at the defense. Hall of Fame menace. Basically has everything outside of box out beats and brick wall. Playmaking wise, doesn't have unpluckable, but has plenty of other things. Shooting wise, very solid with an easy release to green in my team. Basically a 3-and-D option at that power forward position that can hold it down and compete against anybody. And what else are you guys really looking for, right? At the power forward position, even with a lot of these cards, they're basically great defensive players that give you, in my opinion, a little bit more than Jarred Vanderbilt. That's basically what it is. Vanderbilt does secure a spot here at number 10. Basically a complete opposite type of card at number 9 is the Diamond Kyle Kuzma. Now, do I personally love Kyle Kuzma? No. Okay, I personally am not the biggest fan of him. Why? Because my play style doesn't really, and I'm not going to say it doesn't fit, because Kuz does fit multiple play styles. It's not like his defense is horrible. But the reason you're running Kyle Kuzma is because he's got Kyle Kuz base on quick. That's why you're running him. You're not running him for his defense. You're not running him for his dribble style. You're not running him for anything else outside of his release. That is why you're running Kyle Kuzma. The single best release in my team right now, if it was up to me. Now, again, some people might disagree with that, but that's up to me. And that if it was up to me, that's who I'd give it to. And again, defensively, he's not horrible. Can hold it down. Yes, no clamps, no anchor. By no means is perfect. But Splashy's ran this card for a very long time. All right, I don't think he runs him anymore, but he did run him for a while, and it all has to do with that release. At number 8, we're plugging in the Diamond Al Horford. Talk about a guy that has one of the biggest green windows, and I think according to 2K Labs, correct me if I'm wrong, he has one of the biggest green windows in the entire game. When I've used him in insert modes, I've used him in like clutch time online for a while. He did green basically everything I shot with him. He was basically a green machine. So I can kind of attest to the fact that he is going to be able to green shots for you guys, and that you guys probably will be able to have success with him. The only problem to me with Al Horford is the 73 speed. That really concerns me. That speed rating's not great. Hall of Fame anchor post-lockdown, as well as Hall of Fame catch and shoot and masher. The dude is really, really good in my team. And the biggest improvement from year to year is that release. Last year, Al Horford didn't have a good release. This year, obviously, it is a pretty solid release in my team. Clocking in here at number 7. We're going to plug in Pink Diamond Alonzo Mourning. Yes, Zoe here, 6'10", 7'6" wingspan. So let's just start off with that, okay? Pretty tall, pretty good wingspan at the 4. Yes, he's going to be on this list, not my center list. There might be people on multiple lists. I guess I don't know if Alonzo Mourning is going to make that center list. We'll have to see, because I do know there's one guy at the top of here who will be on that center list. But here's what you're looking at in Alonzo Mourning. One of the best defensive power forwards in the entire game. I have him on my No Money Spent, and when I tell you he is great defensively, and I haven't even badged him up, trust me, I mean that. Now, yes, his release is going to leave a little bit to be desired. I think anybody would understand that and know that. But even with that being said, even with his release leaving a little bit to be desired, I love the card. Defensively is fantastic. Mashing-wise is good. Yes, the Shaq base isn't ideal, but his 3-ball is high enough that people at least have to respect it. The card isn't just a bona fide scrub on offense. Coming in here at number 7. Coming in at number 6. Pink Diamond James Worthy. A lot of people wanted and were expecting him on the small forward list, but to me, he's a power forward. Okay, he is. Now, why? That's just always where he's played. Maybe it's the lack of playmaking to me that I run him at the 4. Maybe it's just the fact that he's kind of that 3-and-D hybrid power forward position that when people think about Worthy, they're going to run him there. I don't know. I don't think there's a wrong option to run James Worthy. Talk about a guy that has a better 3-ball than his 3-ball indicates. It's James Worthy. He's one of the most chick men in all of my team. Now, what does that mean? He doesn't miss. If you get him in the catch and shoot situation, he is not going to miss. I don't know if it's the Hall of Fame Claymore, what it is about this card. But when I've ran him and I shoot with him, I'm confident nearly every single time that he is going to knock it down. Now, again, that might just be a me thing, but he's good defensively as well. I think a lot of people have liked and really used James Worthy when it comes down to trophy cases. He's one of the best. Coming in for me at number 5, a guy that I still can't get over. And I already see a guy I forgot, okay? Kevin McHale. I forgot him on this list. Now, how did I forget him? I don't know. I just overlooked him. Where'd Kevin McHale be? Probably at number 8, right below Alonzo Mourning. Now, the guy I was referring to at number 5, Pink Diamond Kevin Garnett. I've seen plenty of people still using this card in competitive MyTEAM. Now, you guys might be asking, okay, Ty, why would anybody use Kevin Garnett? My kind of comment back to that would be, why would people not use Kevin Garnett? Great speed, good interior, good block, great defender, and his release is really easy to green in my team. Now, I'm not going to say it's the quickest, not going to say it's the best, but I think it's hard to argue that this release is not easy to green in my team, as well as he has Hall of Fame anchor, interceptor, post, lockdown, and rebound chaser. Look how many cards in my team right now have Hall of Fame interceptor at that power 4 position. Let's look at it, because I'm telling you guys right now, there are not a lot of power forwards with that badge. I'm just throwing that out there right now. You guys can disagree if you want. Tim Duncan, Anthony Davis. Those are your other 2, and Kevin Garnett joins the list. That's why people are so high on Kevin Garnett. That is why he is at number 5 for me on this list. At number 4, a guy that's probably going to be on the center list, Pink Diamond Glitched, Dwight Howard. Now, let's start with the good on Dwight Howard, okay? The good part of Dwight is his defense. Hall of Fame anchor, brick wall, post, lockdown, rebound chaser. Now, he doesn't have interceptor, but he's got some other great defensive badges. Now, let's look at a Hall of Fame corner specialist, 91 3-ball, great standing, driving dunk, great speed, good interior, block rating is up there as well. It's really hard to find flaws with Dwight. Yes, no playmaking badges. His ball handle, speed of ball is not great. But defensively, he's outstanding. And honestly, offensively, as long as the release being slow doesn't bug you, he's absolutely incredible as well. Now, I wouldn't even sit here and say I love Dwight. Have I had more success with Dwight than Kevin Garnett? I don't even think so. And that's the big holdup for me, right? Because Dwight, when you compare him side by side to Kevin Garnett, should be way better than KG. I mean, Dwight should be way better, but from me and what I've used, I think I might be better with KG in my team. And I don't know if it's the speed with ball handle. I don't know if it's a Hall of Fame interceptor or just more total badges. I don't know what it is, but I've really liked using KG more than D12 thus far. Coming in at number 3, maybe a surprise to some of you guys, Dark Matter Tim Duncan. Now, this is me, another card that's going to be on my center list. I think Tim Duncan's best position is that center position. Why? The power forward position is loaded, man. My top 3, the difference between Tim Duncan and Dwight Howard is so massive. My top 3, I really think you could have in any order. This is my personal order. Now, again, a lot of people might disagree with me, but that's what makes these fun. Tim Duncan, I don't love his release, 79 3-ball. That's not obviously great. You guys are going to be aware of that. Defensively, I don't know how many better cards are going to be in the entire game. Yes, the entire game. Who's got Hall of Fame anchor, box out beast, brick wall, clamps, interceptor, provo stick, post, lockdown, rebound chaser, and workhorse? Who's got those types of badges other than Tim Duncan? Oh, wait, because there's not many people, to say the least. Combine that with the fact that he's got Hall of Fame Claymore, so many finishing badges, including Rise Up as well. I'm really high on Tim Duncan. Should I be as high on him? I mean, again, I'm higher on him at the center position, and I really am high on him. But the problem is, There's two guys at the power forward position that are just irreplaceable. I love Tim Duncan. I don't love his release, but I love him in general. Think his best position is center position. At the power forward position, he comes in at number 3. At number 2, Pink Diamond Giannis. Again, a lot of people might say Tim Duncan is better than Giannis. And I get it. I'm not even going to argue against that. Now, my comment back to that would be, okay, that's fine. But what does Tim Duncan really do better than Giannis? Yes, badge-wise, especially those Hall of Fame badges, I can't argue that. Now, one thing I would say is compare the stats, okay? And just know Giannis's player build is Giannis's player build, okay? Compare the stats. Giannis, plus 10 speed, plus 10 acceleration. Driving dunk is a plus 10. I know Tim's got the better standing dunk, but it's the speed for me that really does it. You know, the difference between 84 and 94 is a great deal. And again, that's one of the another reason I prioritize Tim at that center position. Ball handling is way better. I get why people like Tim Duncan more, but for me personally, okay, it's just the Hall of Fame badges. That's why everybody loves Tim more. For me, I personally prefer Giannis. Hall of Fame quick first step, clamp breaker, does it all for you. Coming in at number 1, still my best power forward in my team, Galaxy Opal Anthony Davis. I said it when the cards came out, and I'll hold true to it. I think Tim Duncan is worse than Anthony Davis. Now, a lot of people are going to argue with me. A lot of people aren't going to agree with me. But that's okay, man. You don't have to agree with me. If you like Tim Duncan more than Anthony Davis, that is fine. Not everybody has to share the exact same opinion, and that is all okay. Now, why do I like AD? Well, defensively, he's going to be so elite. Anchor, chase down, interceptor, menace. Combine that with the fact that his release is, I'm not going to say the quickest, but it's solid, can get every badge in the game. And I'm just so much more confident shooting the ball with Anthony Davis compared to a guy like Tim Duncan. I don't hate Tim Duncan. I just think Anthony Davis is so much more of a threat offensively, whereas at the power forward position, I think it is really difficult for me to prioritize a guy like Tim Duncan over Anthony Davis. That's my personal opinion. Again, I think those top 3 you could really rank in any order with Tim Duncan, Giannis, and AD, but this is the order I personally came up with. Let me know what your order would be down below in the comments. Is there anybody I missed out on? Again, Kevin McHale, guy I kind of overlooked, but as I'm going through it, I think that should basically be it. But again, if there is anybody else I missed out on, let me know that down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.